Morning, Miss Luna.
Morning.
How you feeling?
Don't know.
Right. Fair enough. Good morning, miss.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
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 Morning, Adrian. Morning, Miss Money. Oh, morning, Miss Money. Miss Money. Not right now, because you just woke up and got around, but eventually I'd like to speak with you about something about Mr. Thomas. I mean, to talk to you about a deal. An application, right?
Good morning.
Good morning.
This crick in my neck's never gonna fucking go away.
I've forgotten your name already.
Yashana.
I'll try to remember.
It's alright. I don't expect people to.
What do you do here?
Hopefully I'll be in the apothecary, but we'll
Apparently
see.
the apothecary is open for any individual who wishes to partake in the practice, it seems.
Well, I guess that's what I'll be doing, mostly. First place to actually have it just be open, though. Strange.
I guess it generally depends.
Usually there's like one person that handles it, and they don't like people getting in their way.
The big wolf lady is also apparently skilled in that area.
Right. Alright.
Hello. Sorry, I'm just mucking about. You're fine. Eat the breakfast and then it's patrol time once more. Oh, they're close. Well, I suppose patrols can start early then. Careful. Again?
That one seems extraordinarily intelligent. For a dust bunny. Unless someone taught them to speak.
I see. Well, I've been relatively non-social.
I don't know why. It's pretty cool. Because they really like poetry. You talking about poetry? Oh, were you talking about? Did you like poetry? See, you like poetry apparently. I can understand. The poet. I think that's. It's very universal, isn't it? Let's put preview.
I'm talking about my horn.
I never get into trouble. The epitome is not trouble. Yeah. I didn't accidentally build a brain.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning? You're not the one with the beetle. Oh well. Do you have a beetle?
Have a good one.
You as well.
I see. Quite honestly, it feels like a bit more of that sort of thing where they mess around with things they are not sure what to do with them, and then proceed to make things worse in the process. But that is why I stay out of it.
Hi,
Where were you?
in the veil.
Oh, fair enough.
Were you a
I mean, that's also like.
I was in the veil with
I need you to make a death ray for me.
A death
Where have you? Where have you been?
Where have I been?
Yes. You've been gone for a while.
And the first thing, your perception, my existence and your perception seem to not get along. I've been around for a while.
Okay.
Come on, a death ray.
Why do you want a ray that makes death? What is it?
We can sell it to Astana for thousands of gold.
I mean,
that sounds like a bad thing to be giving to people.
logical.
Absolutely, but that's not my problem.
What sort
I
of
just made
research
it.
you done towards this death ray? Wait, what do you mean just
So-
made it?
I have a focusing
Okay.
research, but that's about it. Making the body and the energy source and everything like that completely eludes me. The only thing that I know is how to focus magic into a fine point.
I mean,
Well,
it
you're
sounds
halfway
like
there.
you need the blacksmith to do a lot of work as well.
Yeah, the blacksmith would need to do a lot of work. I also have a very strange relationship with Mr. Vincent, so I might eat him.
I
for
can't
this.
imagine why.
Wait, what?
You
Something
got
tells
every
me if you've been
relationship
asking him
with
to
everyone.
make.
Sure.
I was gonna say, I feel like if you
I
asked
don't
him
know
to
how to
make
do
a
that.
death ray, I can imagine how he would respond.
It is productive to society.
A death ray?
Yes. Are you familiar who Astana is at war with?
No, I don't really care either.
If that's the case, then I don't need to explain.
Yeah, fair enough.
What? What's so foreign to you lot about a death ray? Kill people at range, bore a hole through an airship from
I
a
mean,
mile away.
Can't people do that
To be
already?
fair, I'm not really
I was
into
gonna say,
like
there
the
are
whole
plenty of
war
ways that
weaponry
people
thing.
can make death
It's
without
illegal.
making a ray of it.
It's illegal.
Build a cannon?
It's not illegal.
Yeah, cannon.
Developing a weapon is not illegal. However, utilizing it in an incorrect fashion is.
I thought owning it would be bad anyway.
Granted, I don't think there are many laws out there about the use of death rays because they don't exist. That I'm
Yes,
aware of.
absolutely. I mean, I own a cannon. I mean, I'm going to use that against somebody at some point. What else is a
Wait,
weapon
yeah,
supposed to be used
cannon.
for?
Don't you worry about that.
That is fair.
You have fun with that. But not too much fun.
Cowards, a lot of them. Come on, do I have your assistance, or are we just gonna make an
I
icebox?
don't have the means to make a death ray, even if I wanted to. I can't help
And
you.
she's useless to me. I don't know why she's
Wait a
continuing
minute,
this
I can
conversation.
make an icebox. And then we're also gonna make ice cream. Holy shit. We're gonna make sheep milk ice cream.
What the fuck is ice cream?
That's what I'm wondering still. Apparently it's sweet. It's like a sweet milk that's frozen. Oh.
So
Frozen
ice
milk.
cube. So like ice cream, so you just freeze cream and then put sugar in?
Yeah, you just, I guess. Yeah, pretty much.
Apparently a
sound
churn is involved somewhere.
I'm
Sure,
sure. Sheep
okay.
we may as
I
well
heard
make
some-
use of like
So
Someone
it's
come to
butter.
Vincent asking for materials.
butter.
I guess so,
Yeah.
but not.
If it's churned.
I mean, they
by
said
any
you
means,
churn it
wasn't
like
it?
butter to make it like. Well, I mean,
consistent.
cream's also churned as well. It's just a different like. Yeah, cream. I don't actually know how it's churned, but I imagine it's a difference in how they do things.
Can we just make a bomb? Can we just make some sort of weapon that we can use against somebody?
But we've
It would be
made
fun.
bombs before.
And I'm better at it now.
He wants a bigger bomb. You
Bigger
want bigger
bomb.
bomb.
I want something with enough oomph to blow up an entire town. And the hypothetical that I use it.
As if you know, I don't want that. Put it like that. Doesn't exactly when you gotta learn the political way of saying it. I want to build a bomb to help defend us if anyone comes to attack us.
That's lying.
No good. Yeah, but I want to build a bomb that can hypothetically blow up a town while we're in the middle of a town is not the best. It's concerning for like people. Like if people walk past us, we're having this conversation and go, "What the fuck are they doing?"
It's not like that problem.
Yeah,
but
but
then it would be that
but then it becomes our problem if they then also go to the house and be like, "I talked about building a bomb that can blow up a town." Like,
Then can we just find? Trio's so much more reasonable. She's down to murder people. Why do you have a conscience?
can't just kill us.
You helped me make a bomb before. You helped me levitate people to the point where they would die from the height that they would fall.
Yeah, but I was one of the ones that got levitated, and I have wings, so it didn't really bother me.
It wasn't really great for me. I fell into the water.
Why don't he come into this accent?
did I.
It's not my accent. Anyway.
I think you're stupid.
What the fuck? You're stupid.
I'm stupid.
You're stupid.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you. Thank you for the comfort. Yeah, wait, no. I mean, to be fair, we might also be kind of stupid because the pylon we built.
No,
was
we're not
apparently-
very intelligent.
It's a pylon. No. Oh, it's how we fucked up an asshole. Wait, no.
However,
That's
It
phrasing.
is absolutely something that we fucked up. It was screwed up. It was a horrid work of art. However, tell me, Arbus, did it work?
It worked, but apparently,
it
according
works.
to
Why did we
Silica-
explore this topic anymore?
according to Silica, Lyndon used them as bombs. Do you just build bombs? Yeah,
I
like
mean,
100 years ago.
I love building bombs.
I mean, it did explode.
I mean, I have an explosive rune on me right now.
We can't do it in town because otherwise they'll get upset with us.
They always get upset with us.
Don't touch it.
Maybe. Yeah, but we do it outside of town, and that way they can't
Oh,
really go there.
isn't that
Maybe.
the $1 million decision?
Well, yeah, that's sage advice again from me.
I don't think
The
you can
town
really
might
build
say
a
you
bomb
are.
in the town, just in
Yeah, I know.
case, you know, it goes
Don't blow up
faulty.
the town.
I am the town head of magic, and I can tell you right now, blowing up the town would be counterproductive for our ideals.
It would.
And
We'd-
life.
It's not an objective.
And life. So why don't we just go into the basement of the guild house? We make something on the chance that it does explode. If it does explode in this contained environment,
Do it on the beach.
it doesn't kill anybody. Let's just go make a bomb for funsies or a death ray, one of the two. How about it?
Alright, we started with a death ray and then we ended up with a bomb.
Both are good. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we make the bomb. They want to sell it.
I don't really want to sell the bomb. I don't want to keep the bomb.
You want to sell the death ray?
Well, the death ray, if I sell it to Astana, then they're going to have an advantage against Linden, and that's lucrative.
Hi.
You doing alright?
And then once I hear about that, they'll come to you, and then just infinite loop of them getting more and more stuff.
I can go
And then eventually they'll wipe each other out off the map.
Be very fun. Hope I'm included in that equation.
For now, surprisingly, yeah.
I don't know, they'll be like, they got that, make that, and then they'll make that, and then they got a new thing, and then they'll be like, make that, and just back and forth.
It'd probably
I mean,
more go like they find out who made the item that they're using being used against them, and then get the person who made it, and either take them or kill them.
I
think
say that
they'll
we
just
go into the
take you and
basement
then
of a
put you
guild
in
house
the
and make a
basement.
bomb from runes and everything like that. Where's Trill? Do you have Trill?
Why?
She's more morally aligned to make something like this.
Trio's resting right now.
Trill's
Yeah.
Oh my god! Alright, I understand.
That, what? What do you understand?
I
Understand what?
I understand. No, I understand. She's just taking a nap. She's tired.
Yeah.
What?
Some people get tired
Yeah, what?
sometimes.
You know,
Yeah,
there's,
some people
there's,
so tired.
there's an energy. There's an energy here that just really makes.
Sometimes
You
people
got it
need...
the wrong answer. Accent again. Fuck.
Why are you
Screw
going
through
to
it.
it? Why are you going through accent? Did you talk to someone else
I'm
recently
not
and
going
it
to an
does
Irish
talk like
accent. I
that?
don't quite know. Give me my stone. Here's your stone. There you go. Did you know that
What the
I used
fuck
to
am I
I-
Irish?
What's the fuck's in Irish? It's a dialect in Erie. Yeah, there we go.
I'm very...
Yeah,
It's very far south.
It's very far south. Yeah.
Oh, it's very far south, is it now?
is that why some of them call? Wait, no, that's different. Never mind. Some of the other side of Irie, they instead of saying Irie, they say everything gonna be Irie. Irie.
Northern Irie.
Any of you have any?
Northern Irie and
Any of you have
Republic of Irie.
Any of you have experienced runes of any kind?
No, yeah, you wanna help us make bombs?
You?
No.
Know nothing about magic.
Then you can come make bomb with us. What was that? Sorry, I didn't hear any of you.
I don't know.
I know nothing about magic.
I have
I've just
dark
been
and
listening.
fire magic. Oh my god, I can't do anything else.
Just
Does this
out
count?
Can make it
outwardly
explode.
admitting that. Wonderful. How about you? That counts. Sure, why not?
Okay.
All right, so we have 4 people who have rune stuff. All right, we should
Am I
find
ever
another
wrong
one.
in
We should
the
get
law?
Vincent roped in on this. Come on.
Oh,
Oh.
we just okay? I have joined it as a podcast and I'm being roped back into rune work. Of course, the thing I left.
I'm aware. I thought it was obvious.
Proud of you.
Fuck! Alright, yes, what's up? What do you need? What do you need?
Are you proficient with magical objects and everything like that? Are you an artificer that you claim to be? And so are you? How about you?
You shadow bastard, yes, the both of us are.
The shadowed bastard. He's using my. Okay. All right. Wonderful. So in the hypothetical, I get that I'm shadowed and everything like that, but I don't appreciate it when you point it out. However, we're making a
Eccentric.
bomb. Why? Because I want to.
It's the same conversation repeating
We
again.
can barely afford. You go right ahead, honey. Why?
It's either that or a death ray that we sell to Astana. Which one? I'll let you choose.
Why? Oh my god, my head. Okay, first, why? And
Why
don't
not?
say just cause. No, I want a fucking actual answer. Why are we making a bomb or a death ray?
I would rather not
Why are we
make
making
a bomb.
or a death ray? Because weapons in this world make this world stop turning, however lucratively.
Huh? What?
Are we?
How about we just make a? How about we
He's gonna
just?
do it
How about we just make a
I'm just gonna make
bomb
something.
that doesn't actually explode but does some effect in a large radius?
But that's boring. I can do that in my sleep.
Yeah, but then if it blows up, it won't kill
whatever
us.
Fuck I want. I don't care if it kills us. It's a matter of
You don't.
productivity. Oh my god.
That's literally just basically saying I'm willing. What?
I'm seeing two
That's a
entirely
sacrifice I'm willing to
different
make.
conversations happening right now. What are we making? What is the request?
All right, how
I know
about
you're
this?
saying a bomb, but
The
they're
death
saying a
ray is okay
non-lethal
with
bomb.
me,
You
with
also
where it's
said a death
going.
ray.
I did. All right, everybody, gather around just for a moment.
Oh, shit.
We should make a proof of concept just to make sure that it actually works. How about a small, arm-held weapon that is capable of producing a beam that is capable of going through wood or metal? That's not a bomb. No shit, Sherlock. Did you miss the fact that we moved on to Death Ray?
No, because it wasn't stated. We said bomb first.
So when you allude to a laser or a weapon that's handheld or anything
We can
like that,
at least
you
put it in
still
safe limits.
It won't kill us all.
Actually, about the bomb. Thank you. Actually, before any of you came here asking for death rays and bombs, I have been prototyping. Bitch, you let me speak? I will backhand the shadows off you. Before any of you came here, you cease words. Before you came here, I have been prototyping blue.
Just keep speaking. Oh my god. He'll keep doing it.
Try.
Just keep going.
Before you all arrived here.
There's a wonderful place down the street called
I was
Lattes and
prototyping blueprints for a fire.
He's learned.
Yes, exactly. The idea is to use a simple magic crystal. Once you find it to a certain degree, using specific energy source, you could emit the element as a type of projectile. I just
Would you
need
mind
number
if we compared
one.
notes then? I have something
Well,
relatively
it's-
similar.
It's not finished yet. The problem that I'm having is number one, what is the accelerant that is firing it? It's not like you can just load it like you would a normal firearm. But number two, we need a decent supply of these things. And I haven't had the time because I need... You know what? I will trade with you my notes if you can gather for me the strongest people within this fucking town of ours and get them to around, we'll say, downtime hours to meet with me by the mines and get started on some mining. If you can get me that, I will give you my blueprints.
I
And
can be
even help
very
you in beginning
persuasive.
your project.
I mean,
But
that's
here's the
pretty
thing.
good.
You've already described the premise to me. You need a propellant. Is that correct? I happen to have perfected a rune. A wonderful rune. A repellent rune that only has one use. Recurring use is impossible for that type of rune. However, it would act as if it's powder in a chamber.
That
Speaking
sounds
of runes-
wonderful, and I guarantee. Nope, I know, Juniper. Don't give him anything. Before I can give you my notes, we have a town that has a mine. The mine needs to get started. So not only can we get aqueducts, but we can get more resources for our forge and to sell to make money, so that we can then also finish the boat that's being made, and eventually finish the sawing mill that's going to be made, so we can start getting efficient lumber. These are things that we need to prioritize. As the head of engineering, this is important. So if you want your blueprints to make your fancy little laser weapon, whatever you want to call it, I need you to gather people to okay working in those mines. If I can get consistent people to work in those mines, I will trade with you. And even help you make your project. But I need progress in those mines.
If I can give you the promise right now, would you do it now? Because I would like it today.
That is wonderful, and I'd love to do it today, but you see, the way that I like to work is once the work is done, the payment goes.
He's smart.
So how about this? If you can just gather the people and show me them, so I can okay with them, we're all going to meet up and go to the mines. This maybe will take you 30 minutes at the worst. Then I will give you the blueprints.
That's exactly... Wait a minute. Okay.
No, that's a fair deal. So you get the people first, and then he gives you the...
Summarize. No, that's what I suggested. If we go
That's
and
not
talk
what you
to the people...
suggested.
Now, what the fuck did I suggest?
I thought you suggested that you'd promise that you get me the people, and I hand you the blueprints now.
Me? No! I said to go get people, have them come here, and to promise you. So you actually
Then
know
yeah.
that they are talking to you.
Then yeah.
Huh, wonderful.
Swing
All
your
right, that,
fucking
exactly as I
hands.
planned.
I'll throw those
Did you
blueprints
know-
into the fucking fire, I swear.
Ah,
Did
Not
you know? Go ahead, darling. You were first.
I also recently have made a drill. It's a prototype, but it should be able to work. So anyone really able-bodied enough to hold the drill should be able to mine. It doesn't have to be just the strongest. Anyone, even me, could use it.
That's very useful.
So
that is very useful. That'll make things a lot easier. All right.
if it works, I can make more, hopefully.
If you can get me at the bare minimum 4 people, because I'll be in there as well. If you can get
4
me 4
people?
people. Yes. It's mines. Do you just
It's-
want 2
it's-
of us
it's
to
a
go
fair
sitting
deal.
in there? Yes.
If we can
I am
get
capable. Sorry, it's a little strange for me because I'm capable of lifting people just like. Excuse me, he's gonna grab you by. I'll kill you. He's just gonna. I don't want to hurt you. Never mind. I'm very strong, so it's very hard to see that other people.
Your tail.
Sorry. Fine. We'll find you 3. And if we can manage a 4th, then a 4th we had.
I can work with that. This is for the town.
Wonderful.
All right, it's important.
It's for the town and
resources
everything
we
like
get,
that.
the tourist projects later down the line.
Of course. However, this is my approach at helping the
So-
town.
so
if
we'll
I
help ourselves for
get
the future
a
as
weapon
well.
Did you know
that a faction will pay for tenfold, then I'll
cause
have money to
friction between them.
outsource. I'll have money to
There is a
facilitate
little
things
spark of
here,
light.
so we
It's
can
not
focus on
enough
the
to
digital thing.
ignite a fire,
Outsourcing
but there's light.
muscle is a
And if you
wonderful
use
thing,
light as
and
your
I've seen it employed
ignition
multiple
for an
times.
energy
Also in a
source,
legal manner.
that could possibly
See-
be
Not
what
in
you
that
need.
stupid manner that we had.
See, the issue is so. Allow me to show you. Allow me to show you. I tend to find that visual aids are a lot more effective.
Disagree with politics and economics. It's really not my thing. But if you outsource, that's more cost effective.
Do you need an energy source or just
So, what we have here is a bag. Luckily, I color coded them. This is red for fire, right? What we have here is about as fine as I can get done. Fire crystal, right? Effective and good. Now, you'd think, oh, the way that you activate it is with fire. Well, normally, yes, but for the most part, you won't be able to get a consistent charge, right? For most of these, if you light fire near, it'll just burn out, go out immediately. What we need is a magical source. Also, it's the fact that, although a fire crystal is easy, an ice crystal requires a ice-based charge, wind crystal, a wind-based charge. Each one of these requires a matching element, but we need something effective. A rune would be nice, but remember, I can reload a crystal. You know, it's like a musket ball or something like that. I can just pop it out, pop it back in. But a rune, I have to recharge. And if someone using this in magical, it's basically dead pointless, or you have to keep coming back to get it recharged. I get financially sounds genius, but most people are going to start telling their friends, don't go buy that weapon. You're going to get financially broke within about 10 minutes. So I need something effective, a way of activating it without, you know, having to expel a bunch of magic. But it needs magic to use. You see the conundrum I'm in?
well, I do see the conundrum, but
I'm getting some breakfast.
have you ever?
You need some breakfast.
So you need an ammo, essentially. That isn't
Well,
expensive.
the ammo is easy. The ammo is the crystals. Now,
give me my
I'm
roll
sure
back.
we have an entire sea around here.
Good. In my pocket. Just making sure.
There are
We have an
certain
entire
crystals
sea
that
of
can
crystals
soak
out
up
here,
light.
right?
And again, like I said, if you use light
Whoa,
as your
whoa.
accelerant, then
That's a good
the
fucking
light
point, actually.
around
Wait.
a person. Of course, it does make it quite useless in the dark, unless you're able
Well,
to
So you don't
house
need...
If you-
that
if you-
power every day within.
Well,
a
hold
crystal.
on. That actually, wait, because all you need to do is just keep your weapon relatively like outside in the open. Like for instance, on your person,
Yes.
it's
and then it
retaining
would
light, and then
recharge.
throughout the night it would recharge. So that's,
Mm.
and technically,
Sunlight
I mean, it
most
is
likely would be the
sunlight,
best
but
source.
So is the crystal
Still
being
energy
physically
based.
fired with this, or is it just being used?
It's not being physically fired. It's essentially being used. The idea is essentially a fancy funnel, which, funnily enough, I have to make anyways for you, where essentially the crystal will be emitting its energy through it. Right. Trying to be effective is as much. It's why the crystal needs to be as finely done as it actually is. Because if you just put a wretched one in there, it'll burn through its magic within milliseconds. But if you finely carve it, it's able to exceed the energy a lot more effectively.
There are certain stones called warming stones that, well, they catch light basically, and usually you just use it to, like, if you are a light user, to kind of warm yourself a bit if you get cold. But if you perhaps changed them slightly to house that power rather than feed it, I guess you could then tap into it with a secondary rune.
Modify the warming stones to make them light-retaining crystals that then emit.
So you need to essentially buy new crystals that are specifically made for this anyway. But for an igniting source, you could have. She'll just show a really detailed blueprint of like a.
I currently have 2 other bodies who are willing to participate. Roderick,
That's
as
2.
well as Igor. Yes, I am aware. I'm just saying that getting them all to tell us to you at the same time is inconvenient.
Understood.
And additionally, I will do it as well. So that's 3.
Alright. So, for the 2 of you, I need you to listen to me dearly. The town is suffering. It's suffering dearly. It's bleeding every day financially, as well as the resources that we have here at the Forge. Now, we have a wonderful mind and effective tools. In fact, we even have a drill especially for the stone.
Crystal of the
We
same
are
type
in need of getting it done.
with a larger
so, what
capacity.
I'm going to ask for you,
the hammer
both of
the
you, as well as
revolver
whoever else we grab,
with a rune on it, hits it, activates it, and
During
then
our
a channel goes up to the top
downtime-
cylinder and fires that, and only that cylinder, and then rotates.
You mean
we
the
are
late
all
night
going to
shift?
meet
You
up.
would have to make
The late night
the
shift, yes.
channel.
We are
Do
going
you
to
see how
meet up.
channel goes from the hammer
And
to
we're
the
going to
main
work in
barrel?
that mine. I have everything
It's going to
effective
be
ready for
worn
you.
down
We
quite
have
a bit if
masks
it's
so that way
fired
you're
over
protected.
excessively. You'd have to
There
make it
are
with
some
very
fumes
careful
much deeper in,
material that
but
could withstand multiple
you already
firings.
have your own.
You would also need to
Fantastic.
be able to
We have
withstand
one
Because
for
what
you.
you're
I don't know if
making,
anyone else would be going.
what you're
Now, there are
making is
some
basically a
fumes
magical
much
circuit.
deeper
You're
in, but I can very
activating the
much tell
circuit
you, as someone
every
who's
time
been
the hammer
visiting the Forge
hits.
often, all you need is the
I
little
would
mask that we give
expect
you.
the main
I
crystal
won't have you
needing to be
working down there
replaced at
anywhere
some
near
point,
long enough
so the
for
entire
it to
thing
be
would be
considered
able to
dangerous.
break
Main
action, but
focus is cleaning up the mines,
the main purpose is
gathering
it'll last
stone,
for
and
at
any
least
kind
a
of
single
minor
fight
resources
or
in terms
longer.
of iron and yes.
I have 2 more.
So if we can make it so that this
Wonderful. I need
main
to do some
crystal
last things for your
lasts
armor, actually.
for
So, I'll let all of you know effectively.
at least 100,
Alright,
200
fantastic.
shots, I'd call that good for now.
That's 5. That's above average.
Take
That's
it to
above what you
Vincent.
desired. I want those blueprints.
I will give you your blueprints. Just give me a moment. I just need to tell all of you.
If you want to try to get 2 more, you can try to go for those.
Alex, come with me. Okay.
Hmm?
What do you want from me?
I hope they could
Oh yeah.
Why are you making a bomb?
a good letter.
I'm not making a bomb.
It spread so
He is
fast.
actually making a death laser.
Oh, it spread so fast.
Vincent.
Oh, I also.
Okay. What are you making now?
Oh no.
Sorry, there's a lot of sirens coming out of my voice for some reason. So, just so you all know, this is what needs to be done. The town is
Found the other
it's,
idea.
you already heard of this, but you two
Draw that
haven't. It's bleeding right
forget.
now. All right.
Just so you know,
Resources,
those stones,
we're not running terrible,
I remember
but we're not
that-
running great.
I mean, I've only
We're in need of a
only
lot of
left stamina.
stone, as well as simple irons and things of this nature, not only for our aqueducts, but for plenty of
There weren't
projects that we
many.
have ahead
It
of
was
time,
kind
as
of
well as
a-
for forge, as well as to trade.
Not well known.
Yeah, why are we making an
stone.
aqueduct when we could just make a well?
I'm going to put money back.
So the aqueducts actually follow the
I
automated
naturally
service for the
have-
farm, so that way it can exceed
I don't
further, we
remember
can
what
grow it,
exactly it's called, but
allowing the
they
farmers to
naturally- When they
expand.
grow, they have
But
these
if we're
Mind you-
needing for material right now, we could
ways
use
of
those
catching the
rocks for,
light
like homes
and-
and stuff instead of, you know.
Well,
kind of they warm themselves.
that is so
Between
if
you and me,
that is a
have-
massive project for later.
That's what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything.
But right
she'll
now, the main
draw
focus
out
is the
without
actual
any details of how to
resources.
do it.
We already have plans
The
and stuff
way
for the
the
aqueduct,
shock
but that's
batteries work,
way along the
or the
line.
shock
though.
rocks
right
work.
now, the main focus is getting
I could
town
make
the resources
this,
it
but in
needs,
different
not only to
elements.
finish
It
rebuilding,
would last
which
longer,
actually
but
they're
it
doing
wouldn't
quite
be
a great job
rechargeable
at
like it is
actually.
there.
But in fact, is to go ahead and make sure the forge
would
has
see-
all the
Rechargeability is going to
resources
be
it needs
a very
for
strong
you
issue.
as well.
You'd see
Oh, we
drawn on
already
this
have
page a shock rock,
gear,
but
equipment, whatever
not
else
how
you
to
need
not how
crafted.
to make
As
it.
well as, for instance,
Just
eventually
that
we end
bit's
up
there.
planning on making into a lumber mill as well. So we can start
No, I
gathering
just
a
don't
lot
want to
more
give that
lumber
away.
effectively and safely, which also can
Otto,
help
you've
in
seen warming
crafting boats.
stones in Astana, right?
Things of that nature. It all leads
they were
down,
delightful.
right? The main
Coldest
thing
of
is
nights,
and the
we
wind's
need the
blowing
against
resources
you.
and we need the mine.
Yeah, they recharge
so,
during
during
the day.
our
We could just use that.
downtime,
A solar-powered pathway? Is that what you're saying?
Basically,
we're all
yes,
going to be
that's
meeting
what
up,
we've come to
myself
agreement
included.
on.
So, when
Use
you're
the
done with your
best way to go
weapon
about
during the night, you leave after
Watch it.
the night, and the
During this time, I will meet
sunrise
up with you
is
as well.
what
I'm
charges the
asking you all to
weapon
do it
that's
just so
supposed
I
to blow
don't.
holes through
Unfortunately, for all my
armor.
life, I know damn.
You'd be surprised how well it
Well,
works.
yes.
We are going to be
Delightful.
I will be supplying with you the pickaxes as well as the masks needed, so that we can go deep into the mines.
If it works.
Start cleaning, gathering stone,
Come,
gathering
this way.
resources. We
Back
have
up.
plenty of carts as well. Everything that we need, but I need able bodies to go down there and work together with me in this mine. We've already tried to hire people from outside of town, but unfortunately, due to a certain zombie incident, we can't exactly. A lot of people are kind of a little bit wary, so this is what we need to do. So if I could ask for all of you help, you will be paid. I have already spoken with Monty. Anyone who's working in those mines will get paid. Also, if you do come and help me in those mines, you'll be getting massive discounts if you need anything done here in the forge, including your armor patrol. Forgetting my all getting deals. But that way, this is me basically trying to damn near beg. I need help in those mines. If you guys are okay with this, fantastic. Then during our downtime, I will be basically reaching out. You, actually, you come here.
But we'll talk at some point today.
Remember the talk about helping out in the mines?
Suddenly meeting
yes,
the
do you still need that?
I'm trying to see.
Yes, I very much do. In fact, that's what this is. During our downtime, and this is
You
going to
seem
be
very talented. Can I borrow
effectively
you for a moment?
roughly
What? Sure.
every other week or so, whenever we all kind of meet up, I would ask that you guys at least make a little bit of time, roughly just like an hour or two, to come on by.
What do you need?
I'm making a stone, a rune that is meant. Hello, Capo. I'm making a rune that is meant to detect a magical presence, such as the magical presence that is produced by those crystals that we find oh so fond. So, if you would help me facilitate such a thing, it should be a very simple rune, considering all I need to do is glow when a magical crystal is within its vicinity, something that already exudes a magical energy. It may have interference if somebody utilizes a spell next to it. However, it is what exactly Juniper needs. I have the materials right here. I always keep them on me on the off chance that I need to produce something that is strange, and I would like to ask you, Kappa, if you would facilitate.
There's one ingredient you don't have at the moment, mostly because of the fact you know this needs to be fresher.
You turn a valve, it turns on, you hold it, and you push it into the stone.
Can I help you?
Yes,
you
you could.
know,
Actually.
even though the situation for a type of crystal that used as a detection, all you need is pretty much, it can be a nut. You just need a nut mana crystal. I found out.
Damn it. Ugh. I think I have a few of those in my house, the black crystals from that whole ordeal long ago. Would you get it started for me?
Whenever everyone has
What did you want?
Meet up with me. We'll report that out to everyone.
A rune that is capable of detecting a form of magic, such as the powerful magic that is exuded by the crystals that we already exist within.
So
I'm
you
gonna
just
go
want me
grab
to
one
make
of
the
my
detection part, and then you can
Before
do
we
the
get to
rest.
that, Otto, I have to inquire some
The
questions.
mind detector for magic.
I'm making Death Ray, and I'm going to sell it to Astana. Because this town's broke and you owe me a debt.
I already worry about that one as well.
And I'm pissed that this town has been broke
And
for so long.
would this be considered non-elemental?
How about we not make weapons of mass destruction or things that have excessive devastation?
Then my major edge applies. And I
Is
know
it
about
illegal to manufacture and make something new?
Is it something that could be beneficial to the town aside from selling like that?
Absolutely.
Or doing these?
Are you going to suppress my rights to utilize weapons? Because I have weapons. You have a weapon. These folk
have weapons. Why is it any different?
So, alright.
Come with me,
Alright, cool.
I am on a limited schedule.
So you're able to carve the room. You know, it is pretty much itself just a detection. So if it puts next to magic, the color on the rune changes to the magic that's there. Of course, you need the inert dust to be the conduit, but you have the prerequisites of the rune made here.
So, I don't think we've met. Hi, I'm Juniper. I asked Otto for it because you'll see him pick up a drill. It's about half. What would you say, like a third of this size? 2/3 of this size?
It's about like this cut off like the legs here.
Yeah.
At the top of the actual drill.
So I recently made a drill, and it's supposed to go through stone, but there's nothing preventing people from accidentally mining into crystals if they're embedded in stone. So I wanted to make something that would attach this to not make people go boom.
That's very good. That's a very good safety measure.
So you basically just need a detection rune that faces forward.
Things cool, as I'm sure.
That's easy.
And if it triggers, are you trying to make it so that it turns off that? So it doesn't mind the magic?
That's
or
entirely all them,
Some-
if they want to do that. Here, they just need the inert dust. Let them know it's finished. Things like that are really easy for me.
Thank you. Wait, why? How? Sorry. Yes.
They've had something finally. Me and Bonnie are doing.
Okay, one thing at a time. You asked
No, I'm asking you.
Right, so...
It's always kind of like a complicated measure, but now that we're actually... Yes, hello?
Oh, if you were talking, good. I can wait a little longer.
Oh, it's fine. I'm the fancy dog showing my cool stick. I'm just really excited.
You
Go
know,
ahead.
a kid with their first gold coin, got it.
Like a triggering, like
Yep.
a canary.
If you, they'll show you a blueprint of a very Linden-styled model of a revolver. We love it. And there's going to be a hammer with a pseudo rune that when impact is done to it, it'll and then where it'll hit is the center of a cylinder of the revolver where one of those solar crystals would be that they talked about, the warming stones that are modified, which then has a conduit channel up to the top cylinder of the revolver, which would then fire, at least in theory, would then fire the top cylinder and then rotate when cocked back again. I had this idea when we were all talking and people were just kind of talking over each other. I just drew it. But essentially it's just...
How did everything fit for you? Did good?
It's a little bit loose around like the toe section.
Well, to be frank,
but I
I'm
still
going
like that.
to have to...
Alright. I made that up a little bit, and I'll go ahead and get the armor plate set up for you. I'd say by the end of tonight, if you want to come on by, they should be ready for you.
And so we can probably get
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, take your time, because
Tone wood.
You know what? I under fucking stand. I thank you very much for the time. I might need it. We'll see. All good. So here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do for you.
Brainstorming the 10-minute part of it, so I'll come back to you with that.
Of course, take your time. Take your time.
You're going to hold off until we actually do this, and
you can even see
Looking at this, I thought of the revolver design because it felt the best with the ammo you said you were going to be using, which is it'll be crystals that are going to be expended as they get shot. So rather than one at a time, you could make a single action revolver. If you know what that is.
Actually, funnily enough, I very much do actually. I am an armorer, but I understand how a firearm works. Funnily enough, the sections that I have written are all about actually the funneled section in the barrel. So if anything, our two puzzle pieces actually...
Yeah, that's the part I struggled with. The small one brought that up as well. The one I drew would wear quickly with the firing.
See, funnily enough, actually, Bing actually presented me with some blueprints of a type of one-use funnel that was meant to be used by someone who's supposed to hold on. It's like a Y-shaped one that they're supposed to hold on to. They can put their mana into it, and then it's supposed to actually use a crystal to amplify whatever kind of element that they're trying to use at the time, right? What I found is that all you needed to do was actually take apart a lot of the larger sections for something much smaller. The main problem is when you start using it, it will keep pulling at your mana, is the biggest problem. But what I did was actually found the barrel that he has, all you really need, because, so the problem is, right, you're not firing a projectile, not just a solid object with heat, right? It's magic and energy itself. Yes.
Which based on
There's
the
certain
type
materials we
can-
could possibly use that would... Here, are you alright with me hanging on to this?
I can redraw it for you. I like keeping things in my book, if I can.
Oh, of course, of course.
The only other option I really thought of to... Yeah, obviously your final idea, I'll let you handle that, but the only other option I thought of, other than that person's warming stones, as they call them, I remember them as solar crystals, but different names, different places, is
Mine isn't gonna use it.
variations of, they'd show you a page that just shows a shock rock, not actually how to make it or what makes it, but something akin to what these are. We could make different element versions of these for the center. I don't know how long they'd last,
Well,
but they'd
actually,
definitely be replaceable.
if we just use the actual barrel, if we just use a very, we'll say, non-conductive material, the energy wouldn't even really do much to it outside of just fly by it. So we could choose something that's actually not...
I see your authority, but I choose not to ignore it.
Do me a favor, I need to deal with this. Can you redraw this for me, and then I'll do a deep look in just a moment. I need to...
I'll also draw you another idea I had for a less violent way of using the laser they wanted to make.
I'm giving this tongue because you're
Like something
Thank
for
you very
mining
much.
instead,
Please do.
maybe, or cutting down trees. But that might be
That
bad,
sounds
based on
heavenly,
the element
actually.
used.
You have no experience in
True,
this
true enough.
field, and that you come in and you dictate what I can and cannot do. That is
Yes,
its
until
own
it's overlooked by the optics of other people, not just your own authority.
You'll see that it's like basically a third of its size because it's the actual drill.
Anyways,
after the crystal's done,
I'll be back.
Sorry, I wasn't good.
the drill.
By all means.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Thank you.
Oh, excuse me, ma'am. I can very much verify for you.
I want people to.
My apologies. I was just saying I just wanted to...
I'm gonna see if there's something I can shut this thing off.
A little bit heated, I understand. All I was saying was that I just wanted to verify for you that that drill is actually meant for the mine, which we're going to be doing tonight.
Maybe if
Meant
you
for stone. So it has no...
It's more of a hand crank, but something just... It will just be something to jam the gears.
So, now, Rune, thank you. I appreciate it for getting the base done.
Yeah, things like that are really simple.
I fully do, which is why...
Not a problem. Sorry, I just didn't want them to break it.
He's not going to be able to craft it better than me. So, at the end of the day, he can make it if he'd like to.
What it's made for, not really a lot of people...
I know people just grabbing things, and that's not what they should be doing. So I'm gonna talk to maybe.
So, when I get those blueprints, would you assist me in this endeavor? You've already proven that you have the basics down.
I do, but there's a reason I'm an apothecary now.
You're fine.
That's very suspicious. And that insinuates that you gave up runesmithing. Why?
I have my reasons. I'm still useful. I still use it. But I can't
That
do
intrigues me more than anything.
much more than draw. I can't exactly do much anymore.
Are you smacking my... What did you just hit me with?
Your tail. Quit hitting me
Grab
with it.
shot. You're making a death ray?
I'm making something.
What do you mean I'm making a death ray?
You got your wrists.
Right.
Oh, you just got to me?
I added the dust to the room.
Oh my lord.
What did you learn to RuneCraft, by the way?
Huh?
What was that?
What did you learn to RuneCraft? You created that rune that goes nothing.
Thank you very much.
On the front is the revolver, and the back is the idea I had for the safe laser. More of a mining laser.
Oh,
It
that.
dampens it, but still is able to mine through at least stone. Instead of melting, it breaks.
I do?
Something.
Hmm.
It also doesn't use fire, it uses,
Hold the gear still
more
so
of
that
the,
the cannot mine until it's out of its way.
what was it?
You know,
Uses a
actually,
different element just
if
in
you tinker
case.
with this right, you could use this to actually diminish certain pieces of armor too.
It could be good for
There's a lot of
finer
options.
crafting, I'm sure. If even shrunken down
There's
more.
a- Of course. Here, thank you very, very much. Genuinely, I'm
Once that's the technical.
It's the
going
best
to
I
figure
can
this
do
all
now.
out, but I think you.
Or something to
The best you can do is good enough, my dear. Genuinely.
I can only
Thank
give
you very, very
ideas
much.
with events, but it's whatever. We live with it.
I understand, but nonetheless, if anything is made, I will make sure that people know it wasn't just my idea. So thank you very much.
I appreciate it. I mean, I have the original blueprint, so I'd hope not.
True, well, patents are important. But you have a bit of money in your pocket.
Exactly.
So it comes off as cunty, because I don't care. And people don't
where did
deserve to
they
push me
go?
around like they do, since they want to have a power trip.
I'm really not there for your melodrama. Can we figure out what's going on?
You're being fine. I'm making
You're making a death threat. I just need to know a bit more. Like, just affronting here as a god if someone's making a death threat.
I still
I got a good idea.
Corsairs again is a good idea. On your terms, of course.
I'll have it on my terms if I can fucking send a letter out, but I need a reason to send a letter. I have a reason right now. What am I gonna do?
Aren't you being?
I found
Who are you looking for?
Once a man's either dead or out of the town, yes, but not right now.
Do you check town
I
hall?
have no station, and I don't know how long that surgery is for.
That is very good.
You can still leverage your position there. Whenever Terry, if he's still around, does have to talk to them. Or
I'm so sick of having to talk to 7 people when I can just ask him, what the hell's going on?
It's Death Ray. Has the intention
But
of
where did she
being
go?
able
I
to
want to
murder
answer her
somebody
question at
the same
least.
as a musket, bow, or
A
sword.
lot of weird markings on it.
Whatever.
An absolute chance of surviving that. A death ray fires death.
the drill off. Now,
Wow, it's like I'm speaking to
Well, this is
3-year-olds right
technically
about
not
now.
firing
This
death.
is
There's no
stupid.
national
What are you
anthem.
two trying to argue with
It's
me
actually
right now?
firing, like-
I am a
like the
god of the
element of
town.
fire
If someone
in
is
it.
making a
With
death
that,
ray, it is
it's
completely
definitely
my
not-
obligation to ask
Everyone
about
shut
it.
the really think
What
about
the
it.
hell? I didn't
Just
even care. What
shut
do you mean me shut up? I'm a god. This is my job.
I
what
understand. If
authority
you're a
is
guard,
this
you're
death ray
supposed to
being done
question.
on?
What? The head of magic.
Okay, head of magic. For what reason?
Because if we sell these plans to some of any degree to Astana, which is a losing
We're
faction.
selling weapons of mass destruction now?
Nice to meet you, Fred.
I never said
I'm
there's a
gonna
message.
do this again later, but
Here,
have a model.
Okay.
Red mark.
Alright, how about this? I'll rename it. Hold on, let me take out my current schematics. There we go. Magical focusing device.
Where I look away and it's gonna happen. It's gonna keep happening. I'm the one who's never gonna see it. I'm never gonna see it, and everyone's gonna ask me, "What is it?" I'm like, I didn't.
I wish I could describe the runes that were, or the effect that was glowing on them, but
I do as well.
there was so much. I
got this.
I have questions about the laser you're making.
Pardon me.
Wait,
they showed me a picture of the runes. I don't think we've met. I've loosely said my name back at the forge. I want you to give a proper introduction. Hello, I am Juniper. I am one of the townsmiths and artificers. Kind of my trade. Originally wanted to say hello because it seems like you are inclined in a very similar path.
Walking and hitting?
Well, yes, but the path kind of made me leave. Events. But pleasure to meet you, Yashana Karen.
I will try to remember that, and if you need anything, please do not be afraid to meet us, meet Wardens.
Of course, if you ever need any help with blueprinting or non-element or ideas, let me know. Elemental runes are kind of, I can't really make them anymore.
This is just kind of measurements of the stick. Are you wanting
That's why I've left the trade.
Are you wanting it to have a metal frame, leather to hold, anything in particular?
I will gladly give you most of my blueprints if you would like to improve upon them and see if you can take your own spin, but that is for later. Pleasure to meet you.
I can't.
Of course. Thanks.
Would you like a leather part of the center for a better grip?
Right,
I just see them looking with them.
Still looking for that one person. The one with the hat, the large hat. Do you know where they went?
Just a simple staff.
Large hat goggles?
I think so. They carry a book around as well.
I'm pretty sure went that way. I was roughly talking to
Alright, thanks. They asked me a question, then you kind of walked off before I could get to them and feel bad.
Thank you very much.
Want to at least answer them.
Simple staff.
Yeah, I'll run into them, I'm sure.
I'd say towards tonight.
No, I think I was all the information I was planning to get.
All right. I'll get that going for you. Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all.
First tries the charm.
See about 2 pieces of lumber should do me just fine.
Hello, he wants to get to know you.
Busy and your sweet potions, are around. That stuff can be nice. Indeed. No, I realize. Apparently, people still do not have the temple exist properly yet. I was curious. Do you know of the artisans within the town? I was going to ask someone perhaps about.
Kind of vaguely decided yes, but we never like.
I'm not worried about the
Did you?
Of course. Well, you enjoy your food.
Although I confirmed with the guard that I would be informing them, so I can't hide things from them. What I can tell you is this complex firearm is not a priority at the moment. I have already guaranteed someone who's asking for a walking stick to help them be mobile. Once both of these are handled, then maybe I can start working on a frame, but it's not something that we could finish in a day, and I have to keep the guard informed so they can at least see what we're making. It's a firearm and it's a
We grow
prototype.
that
It
shit
could be
here.
very
You
deadly.
think that
You
really
know
is
what we're
something that
making
we
in
can't
town.
afford?
The head of engineering.
At most, I
has
fed
to get
someone.
an okay on
That's
these
all that
things.
matters. I wanted to see if I could swindle them, but if we did, that's fine.
Of course. I'll make sure that
gold,
everything's passed by you, and whenever the prototype's finished, I'll make sure to show it to you and allow you to experiment with it if you so desire, so long as you won't.
All I desire is a potential
Oh, actually,
access
there was the
to
guard. I
the
should have
death
asked
ray
Eva.
so I can understand its symptoms. Not
She's
that I
right
want to
there.
replicate it, not that I want to see
I'm
it
still
or
gonna go catch
use
her.
it
Give
for
me a
my
moment.
benefit. I just want to see.
I'd rather not call it the death ray, but sure.
The mana-focusing array.
I'll figure out a name for it, it's fine. But yes, I'll make sure to pass it by you when the crafting is done and
Here are my
everything's been
schematics
okay.
if they help in any way, shape, or form. The generator is unfortunately not... How about the sweet roll?
It's a fantastic start.
People are
But it's
certainly
happening.
Oh, she's going to
making
right.
choices today.
But good morning, Ruby. Good morning, Lily. Okay.
Okay. I was gonna see if I could potentially at some point use your guys' facilities to get her.
She's covered in soup. Yes, this big one. Very good.
Well,
Which is why I would say so big, so valuable.
No,
I
of
give
course, of course.
to people suggest to give to you. Please try to sell. To me, blood, not good deal. So it's very particular.
I'll be in a second.
I mean, if Canyon just said like 5 gold or whatever, then well, I wouldn't want to shortchange you or anything. So let me see how much gold I've got. I can get a.
And this big one.
Yeah, this is a big one. So you want more than 5 gold? Yes, that would make sense. Yeah, well, sure. You can have 6 gold.
If it's in budget, I understand. If not, but if in budget, would be very grateful.
No, of course. Yeah, I can afford it. Probably, maybe. Yeah, no, it'll be fine.
Life of Jan comes with a bit of trust. I am very grateful. I kept
Yeah, of course.
her very safe. I hope it
it's
helps
6 gold.
you. Thank you.
Yes, it'd be really good for the Dragonkin around.
Oh, they're in the process of being swindled when I was just passing by. But he was routine to his
What
boss.
do you think you plan to do?
It's quite a bit. It's a couple of...
Now,
You know,
we
that's-
know that it is important to be
So that we-
pragmatic, but
that we're
also
actively
it's
growing.
idealistic. Now, I, however,
They're not privy.
that's
It's our own town. They gave it to them, but that's fine. You know, we like to make more choices.
That's practically a couple acres of weeds, not one.
It's okay. It's just their own personal money. I'm not gonna go dictating what someone spends their money on. Okay, if they want to spend it on it, then they do.
Hey, Ruby.
Besides, we do need more laws as for outstanding.
I need to go send out some letters again. You know my coworker wrestling. They're getting all panicked
The one
again.
you
I need to
called
go. I need to.
Razzie?
Yeah, Razzie. I need to send them advice again. They keep sending me letters. I'm calling Ruby still on it.
True.
I hope you enjoyed the sweet roll, little one.
What do you?
I'll probably be back later, or well,
Could
unless
you
you
not
want
know who
girls'
Tommy
night.
is the best?
I'm sure you can come by later. Just know that
Yeah,
Esme
you're
will
right.
want my attention.
Wait, no, maybe not with the
And
part.
you haven't wanted to make any moves, so of course he's gonna win my attention. So until you decide to man up,
Well, you, oh, wonderful girls,
Where
man.
am I?
Damn.
I will.
I'm gonna literally find
Enjoy your letters with Razzie.
Probably should actually work on that speech.
And then the scoop took him.
So much to do today.
Kai's always looking for the scoop, but it hurts his
fine.
brain, and then he stops moving. It just overwhelms him.
Might be enjoying it too much.
Didn't Terry give him a nickname?
Training tomorrow.
What was the nickname that Terry gave him?
And then.
Go to the library.
He's dying. This is funny.
I believe he took that into the
Library. Oh no.
This scoop is
He's
taking
actually killing him.
Start making a
Oh.
Eva, run.
This is the scoop and the other one can H-pose.
I think he's. At some point, they're going to have to give a speech.
He went into his room.
He's fine. He's fine. He wasn't taking
I
it.
have no idea.
It was a very specific direction that he was looking in that
People vote.
kept making him think of his scoop. So,
I'm very curious what would make him do that.
Who knows?
But I'm probably gonna. Is there anything against trying to gather up like wood and stone in the area outside of town, or I just want to make sure before I
You're fine.
start trying anything? 'Cause
Well, the lead smithy is actually organizing trip to the mines to get stone. You might want to talk to him because he's willing to pay.
I'm not looking to get paid. I'm looking to generate stone so I can start working on the Traders Guild, which unfortunately I have no money to fund. So, but now it's just if whatever I can acquire
Maybe
and
if we
slowly
get more
work on
stone,
hand.
we can set some for you.
No, I prefer to properly pay everyone. So, yeah.
You're completely free to do that. Gather what materials you can. There's no court into law against that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, Star.
The captain's away.
What's in the book?
It's all written in Elvish.
Oh, Captain, you're Captain.
Yes.
But there
That's
are
a damn
runes.
fucking shame.
But there are runes.
Know about,
It's been read, but otherwise.
I want to know about what you asked.
Where the fuck did you come from? Oh my god.
You guys, yeah, about the letter situation.
I walked up and sat down.
That needs to be talked about.
Sounds about right.
Figuring out how we can use that. So I don't know yet. I
Okay.
have nothing to give them, so unless I have a proposition or a deal I can offer them, I don't have much of a reason to message them.
Excuse me.
Feel free to pull me or
Hey,
Terry
Doc.
whenever you
Hi.
want it. Both of us or
That's okay.
either of us
You said
when
you
you need
had
to
the
talk.
general store, yes?
Whenever you're available,
do you
whenever's
need
best for
anything
both of
from
you.
there?
I don't want to tear you away
it's
from any
apparently
other
self
business.
tense.
Also, figuring
looking
out
to acquire one
Lily's
has-
situation.
Money is on break.
Well, I'm kind of like doing anything I can protect Terry if he's willing to say anything.
Follow me.
Yeah, I will be over here.
Thanks so much.
You doing all right, Lily?
Yeah, no problem.
Fucking day. Oh my god, he swindled him.
Hello.
Hello.
Frozen
Did they eat?
We could sell it at the tournament.
They've eaten. They've had a bunch of food. They've had
yes.
Nothing
doing-
excessive.
Yes, yes.
I'll work on that tonight.
It is
while I'm
apparently
in the mine.
making the scarecrow,
Alright, you
but
didn't mind.
all
Well,
of the
good
people
luck
doing
in the
it
mining.
had horns.
She's got a medicine. She's
They
got
weren't
her
really
food.
making
She
a
needs
tea. They were
to
making
get
an egg.
cleaned up later. But
Good luck. Keep
That is
light
the
and
phone,
Jeez.
not that
the canary on
one,
standby.
or that one.
I
It was-
have Otto working
I mean,
on
I'm
it.
not
We're
better
going
than
as
that.
quick as we can, but I don't have any
Someone
more
actually
otherwise.
ends up hurting themselves. I can keep them.
Do you know the laws?
You could probably fashion some leather bags in terms of just footwear to prevent any further damage.
Rather that little bugkin fella with
She hasn't.
he sold us some ember roots.
I haven't seen any injuries on her yet.
There's a
So.
bunch of embers actually.
She was using preventative measures.
There's 2 trees that are blooming.
Of course. That's why I have someone working on it.
Yeah, I've always seen those trees around, but I've never like.
Game present. Not going to be visible.
Hi, Kappa.
Hello.
I have a brief question. Do you think Tell's host, being an elf, would have also imparted upon Elvish the ability to read Elvish and Common, or just Common?
You're doing some like.
Definitely common. But
definitely common, but
for Elvish, you are. It's similar. It's familiar. You could probably pick it up if someone wants to teach you, but it's right now. It's like that ping in the back of the head. Like, I know this, but what is it saying?
Awesome. Thank you.
I don't know what's going on over there. I hope I'm just being something. Hi.
I know it's kind of a question. Have you seen Monday at all?
Monday?
Yeah.
That is.
I asked her under the forge, my sister.
Oh, okay. I was like, I believe that's your sister. Okay. No, I haven't.
Okay.
Sorry to say.
Chance, do you have any gym dust that I can borrow off? Runesmith, you and Runesmith?
No, I don't keep that on me anymore. Not
I went
after
to
I
check on her.
stopped being able to do
She was
most.
sick yesterday, and now she's not at home at all.
Anymore? You're so intriguing.
I don't hide it.
See.
I used to be
I'll
one.
keep an eye
How
out.
else would I know all the information?
If I see her, I'll definitely let you know and make sure that she knows you're worried about her.
Getting a better understanding.
To check out.
Right.
Other than that, I don't really have much that I can really say. I haven't seen him.
Okay.
Hey.
Alright. I guess.
Just a note with my
Your night open? No duels?
I'm not going to duel! I promise!
Yeah.
If I can
No
get
duels.
it'll be
Just free time.
It's girls' night until I go to bed. Unless I'm not able to fish for someone today. That's my goal. Plus, I gotta get back to Lily. That's my biggest thing. I always have to come back home to Lily. As much as I want to de-stress, it has to be sometime not taking care of. That's a sentence you don't want to hear. Yeah, okay.
Monday didn't like come to the temple or anything, did she? My sister didn't care.
You right there?
Tails.
I do not believe so. I have been
Oh.
meaning for some time.
Sorry, I spotted her.
And I was gonna reach out to
Oh, I see.
Well, there's another person that I do not recognize. I may get cute. Oh.
Should be good to speak to the way
Oh, that's not good.
Hmm.
Hands made of glass.
Why is that bad?
So long as they are not agitated, it should be fine. Hello, dear.
You're so pretty.
I see.
Yes, as long as we don't go get scared or too much emotion.
Oh, I do remember seeing the one explode at one point. I'm guessing they detonate in what they're made of. I'm guessing.
That is correct.
Got it. So that one's dangerous, in a sense.
Nope. Nope.
Right.
My apologies. I did not believe that we've met yet.
Hold on.
Do not make me let you
No, I'm not getting up. I just finished reading. I am Yashana Karn. I'm new. Okay.
It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm Sister Sanyar, acolyte of the Lady of Sloth. If you ever need a place to rest, the temple is open for you. Please find the apothecary.
The building behind the apothecary. I think I saw it once.
Yes. Hopefully
Good to
there will
know.
be a proper sign for it soon. I'm getting
Soon?
one created.
I don't know. If She's
Well,
just watching
I'm,
you. She doesn't. She's never
I guess
seen
becoming well
many
known,
dust bunnies
a
before.
retired enchanter slash runesmith, and
By the way, do you have any gem dust?
I've been picking up apothecary work.
I think he has something to eat. That guy over
Apothecary,
there
that
with
is
the weird
good to
legs.
hear.
I think he has something to eat. You
You're
might want
retired.
to see if you can get something from him.
Something happened that I lost the ability to
Full sprint,
create
just
elemental
full sprint
runes
at him.
of most varieties.
I see. Sorry to hear
I
that.
brought you into this world.
It's quite alright. I've
Anyway,
gotten used to it. It's been a few years.
Oh, is that? Wait, is it? Oh no, someone
Yeah, hopefully you can find some
Yeah.
different education
Alright.
to your liking
Hello,
from
little
each
fella.
side. And some
Do you wanna
rest.
Do you want to eat a little flower?
Well,
Very pretty.
alchemy and apothecary work is convenient and useful for some.
I'll throw the right one.
I speak your language,
This is very
and you
true.
understand me.
I do
understand
some
you.
apothecary work myself, though. I focus in sleep aids.
If you know what's good for you, you'll eat the flower.
I just need to get used to where everything's where everything is.
Act
well,
yeah,
there you go.
boss, by all means.
I'm still learning myself, though.
It
My
takes
work
time.
tends to. Yes, it does. I've only been here about a few months at this point.
I'll ask you later.
There's so much to learn.
Well, if you do need anything, let me know. I do know my way around basic potions. But if you need anything for runes, I have ideas, and I can make blueprints for someone else if they need it. I may not be able to make them, but I still know
Perhaps
how they
then.
work.
This might actually be useful then. I had been inquiring with Vincent about the potential for runic enchantments for self-loving pillows for the temple. Though he has got quite busy lately.
Self-loving. That?
It is normally the work of the acolytes within the temple to do so each morning. But considering I have no acolytes of my own yet.
I could probably think of something, and it's... From the sound of it, it doesn't sound like an element, so... I might be able to actually make it.
That would be quite
I'll
wonderful.
draw up something if I can think of anything, but I might actually be able to make that one. I'll let you know.
Of course, I do appreciate it.
Worst case scenario is I just make you a blueprint to give to someone else.
That would be perfectly fine. Ah. There's someone I need to talk to, but it seems as if he is quite busy at the moment. Yes, in the future I hope to at least be able to put up flyers for possible moments of worship. This town seems to need at least a few minutes of rest once in a while with everyone running around.
Yeah, I've heard of
I'll try to make actual moments for that.
runes of sleep, calming, and restfulness, but never love. I'll see what I can do. Sounds interesting.
Indeed. I'll let you get back to your reading. It was very nice to meet you.
This is my apothecary slash study book. If I go all the way back to the beginning, you can see my initial notes when I first started learning runes. Have this
Apologies, I
book for a
cannot
long
actually
while.
read. At least not when my eyes are closed.
Well, it's just a bunch of rune drawings mainly that didn't work. Got better at them eventually.
Ah,
But
it is good to experiment.
those are all old, so can't make them anymore. They're all elemental.
I see.
Either way, pleasure to meet you.
Are you? Nice to meet you as well. Are you hiding from people?
GM present shows it does fun.
No, I don't want to die, but that's not why I called you.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. All right,
Why not? All right. So they were just asked by them about basically imbuing pillows with runes of love or lovingness.
How cold and calculating is your character? Like a scientist.
As a scientist? As a scientist, very. However, as a person, they're all for this. They want to figure it out.
You're just singing like love pillows. Calm emotions? Huh? What, do you want people to fall in love with pillows? That's the question. Like,
Yeah,
what level am I going on here?
Okay, so scientifically, that would be what she's thinking, calm emotions. But in terms of her own thing, she wants to induce not the feeling of loving the pillow, but of like somewhere in between of feeling loved in the sense of it's calming you in that specific regard.
Okay.
And her
situation. This is because
yeah.
Because you already know what a situation. It's a calm emotion, so it'd be no calm situation ingredients. But you know what? We're gonna, to be honest, this would be more of an alchemy thing than a moon thing. But fuck it.
Fuck yeah,
I
do
what you
both.
have to do instead. You know what? So I will leave this to the situation. If you want to do it by alchemical, it's like you have to find a way to make it like a spitz potion, and it has to be constantly reapplied.
That is what they want to do in character anyway. That's what they said it was.
And yeah, you want alchemy. Then you want alchemy.
Okay.
And it'll be that pretty much in purified water. Is what you want.
So essentially.
So like the water won't do. So you need the.
Say again. Go ahead. You were repeating it anyway.
You need the basic. You need purified water. Excuse me, I didn't mean to repeat. Purified water, and then the stuff in Niv commas.
So in
other. And then it's like a temporary effect.
So in other words, that's exactly what she does. I love it. Okay, cool.
Well, shit. Yeah.
Thanks. Actually, that might be more simple than I think. Should just be equal portions of this, truly pure water, and turn it into more of a perfume. Maybe a little less chamomile, more rosemary. Might enhance the less calming and restful, more enjoyable and content. Happy with life, maybe? Rosemary does have a good effect with that. Chamomile does too. Chamomile's more of a calm. A little extra rosemary, right? A little extra rosemary. Never hurt anyone. Yeah. I'm gonna see if we have any. I would like my wire, please. Thank you. Okay, so I need. Right. I need a file. So I might be able to finish it by the end of today, actually. If I can find the ingredients. It's pretty simple, actually, when I think about it. It's more or less a nerve calmer with a slightly adjusted ratio of ingredients and purified water instead of plain water.
Really? And that would cause the pillows to fluff themselves. That is... I did not think of such a thing.
Well... It'll make them at least feel nicer when used. You'll probably still need to manually fluff them slightly, but they'll have a natural calming effect without it.
That is certainly a good start. I hadn't considered using nerve calmer like that. I just made a batch for someone.
The purified water is mainly just to make it more of a spray than a potion, so it can be used more than once.
That would make sense.
It would need to be reapplied daily, though, of course.
Luckily, simple rituals like that are something I'm very used to.
As for the self-fluffing you asked, I don't think there's really going to be anything like that, unless we make the pillows sentient, and I don't think I can do that. I don't think anyone can do that.
That is fine. I know Vincent may still be looking into it simply as a curiosity project, but I would not be surprised if he comes back with the same idea.
Honestly, in
I appreciate it.
my view on it, the best bet would probably be making somehow contracting a spirit to help you until you get people to do it for you. If you can find one that's willing, without much of a difficult deal.
Given the current state of the town, I do not believe that adding more spirits to the mix would be something that would decrease people's anxiety.
I'm not gonna ask. Right. I'll stick with the calming. I feel like you probably won't need to fluff them every night. I mean, I wouldn't. I'd never do that.
That is simply a part of the rituals in the morning. That would happen either way.
Then, it shouldn't add too much, but basically just a slight spritz on each pillow of this potion I'm making, and it will give them all a calming effect, so anyone that lays their head on it will breathe in the nerve calmer and relax a bit better.
That is appreciated. Thank you for the help. Do let me know what I owe you.
It shouldn't be too much. It's rather simple ingredients and things. Honestly, it'd probably just be like... You might need it fairly often, maybe a new one every week. So
She sounds as strange as Trio.
about... I can't really say it's too expensive. Maybe like a silver per bottle.
That should be perfectly fine. I'll grab some from the coffers one.
I'll
Once
see
I
about
manage to-
finding the ingredients and getting on making that. I believe this is public, so I can use that.
Yes. We should at least still have a decent amount of ingredients for nerve calmer, though a couple of us made them yesterday.
I only need enough for one and a little extra rosemary for the ingredient differences.
I believe that should be fine.
I'd probably call it more of a
Thank you.
restful potion than a nerve calmer, given what it is. And
Indeed.
anyway, I'm going to get on that, finish that up. Probably take me a few minutes. I'll leave
Have
it.
you seen any of the medics?
Don't know who they are, but I haven't seen anyone that looks like one.
Have you seen any of the medics? Where?
Was actually in here, so he may know.
Why?
Amaris needs a medic.
What caliber?
Right. Well, I'll get on that. I'll get on that potion. I will. When I finish it, I'll leave it in the apothecary. If you can pick it up at your wish.
She's in the.
Thank you very much.
Right. Oh. I'm not gonna take them out for the simple fact of they don't need to. Alright, I'm going to tell Lucifer. If anyone's watching the stream who, you know, just note this down for me. That's probably not too bad, but it still hits on performance, I'm sure. Given having a grabbable that exists. We no, there's. I'm sure I can make something. Never mind. I can't. Right.
If they would already take it and
person who was with the
they had
flavor.
no intention of coming back to this town.
Yes. Are you sure what they're...
The caravan was already gone, so I doubt it was them.
Also, you can take a look as well.
Most likely not.
But
Yeah.
if you come across any symbols that look like these and any inkling of maybe where they come from, and so we can start figuring out where Lily might be from, 'cause what's going on, I don't know what it is. She did it again earlier, like the girl was saying, and did it right in front of a fireplace. The next thing they knew, the fire was snuffed and the markings glow. The glow went away.
Never mind. It's fine.
Well, I'll give you this bit of information as well. My second pair of eyes here, the ones that really blink, they see magic. Promise you, getting used to seeing magic all the time has been a fucking nightmare in my life, but it's not easy over time. This one right here, under odd circumstances that I can't really recall, it's very bright. And I don't mean bright as in, oh, fire magic, or oh, light magic. I mean, all of them.
Yes. I had to go grab Willow.
Okay.
She's very magically infused,
Where you went.
almost unnaturally such. Not sure. I wish I could give you a better answer, but
No, the
there's a
more
lot
I
of
know,
investigating
the-
that needs to be done, and it's difficult,
The-
considering that
the-
there's only really two of us sportsmiths right now. We're pretty much working a whole lot of the deeds while everyone else is busy, so we're unfortunately stacked.
The more I know, and the more I can figure out for her, the more we can slowly work toward figuring this all out. So any bit helps, honestly. Just knowing that much is good.
Well, the biggest thing that we're missing is we can't exactly ask her questions. I mean, we can ask some questions, she can point things out to us, maybe we can figure some stuff out, but she's still in that mindset. God knows how long she's been under their care, so the best thing that we can do is continue to get her comfortable, maybe find a way to slowly but surely break her out of that mindset, and then maybe she could tell us.
Potentially, yes.
I have a thought.
Because they had people like Otto.
You know if she can do it on purpose, or is it something that she does on accident?
We don't talk about that.
Oh boy. I'll be in touch out of character on like how this is gonna go.
Julia, appreciate it. Can I help you?
Can you? I just overheard something.
I find
so I went to
the
listen.
idea of walking up to somebody and they say to you, "Can I help you?" as in to ask, "What do you need from us?" because you've walked up to us and then acting baffled as to why we asked that question, appalling. So let me rephrase and let me ask the question once again. Can I help you?
Just heard something. Intriguing me.
And then what question can we answer? I'm an open book. I don't quite care if you hate me or not.
Why were you talking about Linden? More?
Oh, Linden is a wonderful place that has wonderful technology. Bad people, though. And the only reason that they got to that point is because they had people like me. I'm pushing the envelope, making something that isn't electrically charged.
Yeah, they got to the bad point. There are other people who advance things safely.
And I want to do it unsafely, because doing it safely only slows you down.
And it also ended up in thousands of people dying. And being left on the ground.
That's usually where people go when they die.
Oh no, I mean literally. The floating city.
Oh, what do you know? Nonetheless, I want to make something new. I want to make something that gives Astana a chance, because I'm bored. That's what I want.
Well, I mean, if you don't mind a target on your back, once they figure it out, sure.
Trust me, if they put a target on my back, I'll know. And I also know how to avoid it. I'm not new to this game. Your implication that I don't know that sets a precedent.
Most don't.
I'm not most. I appreciate it, though.
Yeah, I can see that.
Anyway, is there anything else? Anything that you'd like to discuss?
Not really. The only other thing really is a secondary idea for that laser, which is a mining laser.
A mining laser. Considerably easier, considering that we're not going through steel, nor any kind of metal.
And could be this, and is the safe starting point.
More resources.
It could be a safe starting point.
But you're not going to.
Tell you what, if you give me the resources, I'll make you something a little bit more refined that you can go test out in mines tonight. If you help me, that is.
What do you need?
If you want to continue to be that apothecary. Extremely refined gem dust, something that's a little bit more pure, such as diamond. Maybe a little bit more expensive than your usual taste. Some nice mana stone. I have a few, but I don't want to use all of mine. I would appreciate some very, very fine gold. The higher the carat, the better.
Keep up the good work, Otto.
Of course. Just give me rune materials. I trust that you have a few of those in your head when you pretend to be an apothecary and everything like that.
Well, I mean, I know what I'm doing. I'm not pretending.
Right.
I'll see if I can find anything. Gems that fine are hard to come by.
Juniper! Sorry, would you like to reiterate what you just said?
Good luck.
Oh, I wouldn't grab it. It just very lightly burns.
Stay here with me. I'll be there. We'll keep the doors open.
I suppose Snowbell is here. I can.
I am going to. I feel like I'm about to fall.
He realizes.
There we go. That's right.
Bye bye. Need food. Anyone bleeding? Okay. Look for blood.
What did I miss?
They're gonna be back in the clinic. Okay.
They, I believe they were wanting to try to replicate the magic that they'd seen before to have Vincent be able to see what it looked like, and the circumstances then and the circumstances now didn't align, and I think they might have just gotten more mana than their body is supposed to have. So I think they got a little tiny bit of mana poisoning. A little sick.
Got it.
At least that's what I think happened, because let's see, he was saying that there was like mana flowing from her to them, and judging from how it was making her feel not well, probably meant they already had enough.
Strange. Never heard of that. I've heard of people giving mana to people, but never to that extent.
That's what was happening. I believe, well, I was going to say, the only other person I think I've met that has worked on mana transfusion from themselves to another was, Isla, I believe her name is.
So there's two people.
She's the only other one that we know that she can do that, but, yeah, it seems, this Lily is able to do that as well.
Is it town business or god?
It seems.
Hello,
I guess less controlled. I guess.
Supposedly.
True. I'm not certain. Although I do not have much familiarity with that one in the first place. I'm a little concerned about their complete and utter lack of expressivity and, well, anyway. Not on their face, they don't speak, there is no body language whatsoever, they just more like a doll than a person, and that is somewhat concerning me.
Well, from the little bit I did over here, it does tend to happen with the situation they're in, if they've been in it for long enough. I've seen multiple cases of it in different regions, some worse than others.
That being, I don't think I'm familiar with the circumstances behind their being here.
Well, I don't know that either, but from my brief understanding, it seems they're a servant slash slave, whichever one you want to go with.
Oh, okay, that explains a lot.
Don't know to who, though I can have a guess, but didn't expect it to see here.
Well, hopefully whoever it is not on many people's good list, because I feel like there's a
definitely
difference
not.
between having somebody that serves you, or even a slave, to be perfectly honest. And then there's them. Like, they clearly were not treated with any amount of dignity befitting that of a living person.
I wish there was something
Of course,
to be
what do
done.
I know? I just live in a spooky haunted forest, as people call it.
I mean, it's a place of multiple plants. I've only read about it, but it can't be that bad.
Plants and many, many more spirits that make the place their home.
Spirits, I don't really know those too well, but I mean, it can't be that bad, can it?
Depends on who you ask. I find the place quite lovely. I adore the place, and I am happy to be there. Most others do not share my opinion.
I've done all my reading and research, but I like to do research of my own to make sure it's true.
Well, if that is the case, then I was gonna say there's really not. The only best way to understand it is to either ask those who are familiar with the place, like me, or secure yourself a time to make a visit there and make your own observations. Depends on what you're looking to learn about the place. That is its own matter of how your experience there will go. If you're there for the curiosities, it's much different than if you're there to take things from there, because that is usually what causes people problems, especially those who run in there proclaiming about how they want to burn the place down. Rule number one, if you go in there, do not say to do that, because even if you're joking, they will not take it as a joke, and they will proceed to, well, it will not be nice for you, and there's no guarantee that you will be found.
The only reason I would take something is if I need it, obviously, but I would, whenever I do research, I would not take anything yet.
My recommendation, if you do that, is if you are going to take something, perhaps bring something in with you to give. If
So
you are going to
treat it
say
like a
some kind of
merchant.
plans, perhaps it is, for lack of a better word, it is effectively a living, like, not a singular entity. There's many, many entities in there.
It is a living colony.
But treat it like, yes, I like that word. It is like a colony. It is a, there's a lot of voices there, and they, well, because of unfortunate behavior from a number of people over the years, especially as of late, they do not have the best optics on people here, and they are not too fond of them. So even those with good intent get looked at with less than pleasant opinion right away.
I
But
completely
if you were to
and fully
offer them,
understand.
if you show that you are coming in to give something at the same time as take, then it might go better for you. Although, One thing that they might like is that you may not necessarily be able to hear their response, but they can be talked to. And just saying what you're thinking out loud, you never know what could happen.
I see.
Granted, if you wanted to know what was being said, I could interpret. I can hear them just fine. Although there are some things that some of them say that I will reserve the right not to repeat because they are not too kind.
Well, that's
They are
advantageous.
grumpy old men. They are grumpy old men. Spirits. They are
They're
ancient.
everywhere.
They don't like anybody. They don't even like me.
Well, I can say for certain that I am understanding of
Although
most things you
but
say.
I would say at the very least, though, unless you want to, the likelihood of having complications or the matter goes up if you go in alone. There's been a lot of talk about don't go in there without at least somebody knowing where you're at. But if you are really wanting to go in there for whatever purpose it might be, so long as it is not of a harmful nature to the place, you are more than free to ask me, and I will be more than happy to bring you in there and perhaps make it a bit of an easier trip. I am, as a resident of the place, I understand how it works, why they do the thing they do, but have magics at hand to ward the more, shall we say, enthusiastic ones from making their presence known.
Well, I'm sure I would
You can
hope.
look at me as a caretaker of the forest.
I would hope
Specifically that forest, not all the forest.
No, obviously all the forest. No, surely.
No, do not. If you say that, people come back to me asking me for permission to cut down any tree in the vicinity, and it gets really fucking annoying. Because I do not care about those trees. I only care about the trees in the Vale, and it's less about the fact that I don't want them to cut it down. It's more that if they do that, I can't help them with what comes next. Don't cut down the trees in the Vale.
I won't.
If you are fond of maintaining your bodily integrity.
I understand the well-being of forests. I am a wood elf. I would hope I would.
As would I. I would hope I am. Well, I am a dryad, despite what not exactly matching the visual depictions most expect of them. They're not quite as plant-like as I appear. Most of them tend to at least have hooves instead of roots.
Well, you're the only one I've ever seen, so... And there's not really much to
there
read
was
on
another
them.
one around here once. Fair enough, there's not... As far as I'm aware, they tend to keep to themselves most of the time.
That makes sense.
There was another one here at one point in time, but they were of a different breed. I believe, don't know if they ever exactly said, but they were an ash dryad. They were, one that came from, I believe if not the fire region, then the magma region.
Where was the guard that was seated here? Where are they went?
They vanished. The ethereal plane took them.
Yes, they had a moment where they have blinked out of existence.
They'll be back.
They'll be back.
I'm sure.
Probably.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
The veil took
Hello,
them.
Snoopin. I hope not. Otherwise, they'll ask me to go find them, and I don't really have the desire to go on a manhunt right now. He's
Emma is feeling sick. Rep, he is sick. And
yes,
yeah.
from what I understand, it looks like it was a bit of a potential mana poisoning from over-infusion. How about you? Are you okay?
Well, thank you. I might do research at some point. Have a good day.
Well, if you do, simply reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to help facilitate.
Hmm.
Depending on what it is. I mean,
I'm getting it's just thinking about potentially asking them for work since it's sort of in my wheelhouse, so to say. So best not piss them off. Ruin job prospects.
How dare you say something that I could totally work off of while I'm really focused on something else? Damn you.
Isn't that how things go, usually?
Well, yes, but they said they were fine with getting stabbed, and then it came to mind, like, oh, well, I've got something I can stab you with, but...
Huh?
I get it. Right now.
I took this off. Oh. It's already took it off.
Oh, you're talking about your sword?
Yeah.
You had it all for a while now, actually.
Ah, damn. Should definitely have it on.
But now you have it off.
It was there the whole time, definitely.
Of course. Lily, how are you feeling now? Are you feeling okay or not okay? Like, as in, shake your head up and down if you're feeling okay, and side to side if you're feeling not okay.
She's radiant, so.
Like a living mana battery. It's insane. Lily?
Excuse me, it's a bit healthier.
If I were to ask you to speak, could you be able to?
She seems to have recovered.
That's good. Shoot the fire thing again.
You're feeling alright.
Lily, can I ask
It's
why?
gonna take me a couple of days to get it all out of my system, but otherwise we've explored the immediate danger, so everything's fine.
Apologies again.
So they
I didn't think I would
harmed you.
consequences before I made that
Is
suggestion.
that what they did?
No, I didn't know if it was energy or mana or what it was. But, I mean, now we know.
Where are they?
They didn't kill me, so we're
We just got
fine.
Miss Jasmine over here.
Maybe at graveyard.
No, they're not the graveyard.
somebody-
They're at Miss Jasmine.
What name are you going by at the moment? I've heard multiple for some reason.
After last night's duel, I'm going by my name of Evie, my real name.
Evie, understood.
In terms of the duel, made me
Sorry
have
about
to
the
go
duel. We're starting to think he just hates women in general.
Be fine.
I want to inform you of something that happened.
Mm-hmm.
I brought her back over here so I could put her in a chair and she could rest for a moment. She started to walk, but almost unnatural, like her body was just doing it, like she was moving subconsciously. She did the same thing that she did to you, but in reverse, and stole away whatever mystic energy is within those flames, and snuffed them.
So the two-way
She's now
street.
radiant again. She consumed whatever energy was within those flames. And without the aether, those flames just die.
I see.
Look, I think this is something that we actively need to find out. But her throat, the slavers seem to have done something to her to make it where she cannot speak. We have people here with healing magic.
I've had people take a look
It is
at her
time for
photo.
Fabian funeral for all who wish to attend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll finish my statement and I'll let you go to that funeral. I've had her checked out by the doctors multiple times, so many times. Magical, non-magical. All of them have said that they haven't really seen too much. There's a little bit going on in the back of the throat. I have her on medicine. It's gonna take time.
Okay.
She took some this morning. She'll take some tomorrow morning, and then the morning after until we're fully, hopefully, getting her throat fixed up. But even then, I don't know if that means that she'll speak.
Evie, I don't know. Definitives aren't there, so I won't make just a statement, but the markings that were on her, those are not normal.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen markings of the wrathful, I've seen markings of the slothful, I've seen markings of prideful, I've seen them. That is not that. They're angular in weird ways, and they form shapes I don't get. Something feels off. She could be a Difflo. We obviously don't know for sure, but